feeling anxious doesn't mean your faith is weak. And that can be a little confusing because, you trust God, you pray, you know the truth, capital T, but your body still spirals anyway. And that's frustrating, eh? And here's the mistake that keeps most Christians stuck is that anxiety is not primarily a faith issue. So you pray about the situation, you remind yourself of the truth, but then the anxiety comes back and it suddenly feels like you're failing spiritually. So now not only are you dealing with anxiety, you're also carrying the shame about it. And that is a really heavy place to live. Maybe you're like me who, prior to learning all of this, I would lay in bed at night exhausted, physically exhausted, but my mind wouldn't shut off. I could not fall asleep. I was replaying the events of the day, thinking about all of the things, maybe it was good things coming, sometimes not even thinking, just wide awake. My body feeling the anxiety and the high cortisol without even realizing it. If that's been your experience, feeling like your mind and body are doing something you can't control, there's actually a reason for that. And once you understand what's really happening, this all starts to make a lot more sense. In many cases, anxiety is actually an automatic response from your brain and nervous system. Your brain is literally doing what God created it to do. It is trying to keep you safe. And so your brain is constantly scanning for threats. When it feels something, senses something, comes across something that is unsafe to it, whether real or perceived, it activates anxiety. And this is the part that really matters. This process happens automatically. It happens before you've even had time to think. Your nervous system can react faster than your beliefs. Your nervous system can react faster than your beliefs. So even if you deeply trust God, your body can still fire off anxiety that feels overwhelming. And that's not a sign of broken faith. That's not a sign that you don't trust God. But most women, Christian women especially, have never been taught this. So when anxiety shows up, the only tools we reach for are the spiritual ones. We try and control our thoughts. But when the anxiety doesn't go away, the conclusion becomes, I must not be trusting God enough. Or maybe it hits in the middle, like the middle of the day. You are going about and something happens that is not how you expected it. And all of a sudden you feel yourself spiraling, emotioning, questioning what you did wrong. What's wrong with you? How did you hurt this person? Why are you taking responsibility for it? But here's the problem. Anxiety doesn't respond to pressure. Anxiety doesn't respond to control. P.S. Who does? Who loves being controlled? Anxiety responds to safety. And if you don't understand that, you can end up making the anxiety worse, fighting anxiety in ways that actually make you stay in the spiral longer. Which is why so many women, like I did before I got free, stay stuck in the same cycle for years on end. It's exhausting. And it's not because your faith is weak, but it's because anxiety isn't responding to what they think it is. So if you've been quietly wondering why you're still feeling anxious, even though you love God and trust Him, I want you to hear this clearly. Your anxiety is not proof of weak faith. Your faith isn't failing you. What's actually happening is your brain and nervous system are running patterns that were learned over time. From traumas, from life, from growing up, you are just doing the things your nervous system learned over the years. And patterns can be understood, right? More importantly, they can be retrained, which means emotional stability, real emotional stability is possible. And not by abandoning your faith, but by learning how your mind and nervous system actually work and working with them instead of fighting them. Now that you understand why this keeps happening, the next question is, well, what actually helps when anxiety starts taking over in the moment? I'm going to show you the first step to interrupting the spiral before it pulls you in my next video. So click here to watch now.